I don't know if you knew this, but the old White House is really dipping into their influencers. They've been doing it for all this time, bringing all these TikTok influencers to the White House to promote their whatever regime agenda they got. And we've all sat back and been like, these dumb TikTok influencers. Look at this. Joe Biden's trying to be cool with the kids. Not this time around. They went for those millennial Gen Xers or whatever. And they pulled in old Lukey Skywalker to endorse Trump. Now, if you follow Mark Hamill, like I do on the internet, you already know where his political leaning is. He won't shut up about it. And I know we all think like, man, I super care about what actors think of politically, but a lot of people do. And Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, takes full advantage of that. So we're gonna watch this clip, and I want you to tell me what you think about it. And I'm trying something new, so I'm gonna try not to just talk over it like I normally do. We're just gonna play it, and I'll just pause it, and we're gonna see what the old White House is doing today. So hopefully this plays and sounds.
No introduction that really is needed here. I have a special guest, as you can see. Mark Hamill has decided to join us on this wonderful Friday, and I am really excited to
Karen
turn it
G.
over
Peterson.
to Mr. Hamill. Here we go.
Okay, how many of you had Mark Hamill will lead the press briefing on your bingo card? Hands? Yeah, me either.
Not
And
me.
look, I just got to meet the president. He gave me these aviator glasses. Oh, yeah. I love the merch. Love it all. But listen, I just wanted to say I was honored to be asked to come to the White House to meet the president.
Having a hard time here. All right, let's just take a. Why did it pause it like that? Either way, it's paused like that. Bro, is Luke Skywalker sauced? I mean, maybe he's old. Maybe he's got a stutter. Is it just the water in the White House? Is everyone who just like, hey, can I get a glass of water? And all of a sudden they're spacey. But I'm gonna be honest. Like, I love Mark Hamill. I love Luke Skywalker. I love Star Wars, obviously. But I think he was a bit nervous and just hit the cantina early. And yeah, man, he's gotta be sauced. I don't know how else to explain this, but he's got the funny jokes. No, they're not funny either. But either way, let's continue to see. I want you to think about that. When you watch this, be like, is this he hung out the cantina a little bit too long. Let's see.
The most legislatively successful president in my lifetime. And, I don't have to go through the list, the bipartisan infrastructure law, the PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, all of that, inflation.
He's just slamming. The chip best thing ever. The light. He's the greatest president. Slap the table. Perfect president. Chips Act. Who's got chips? Yeah. Anyway, he's Nancy Pelosi up there. There's a good joke.
15 million jobs. Look, it's all good. I mean, I was really
it's all
thrilled
good.
to meet the entire staff because it's not just one person. It's like a composite endeavor. And all.
Michael Giuliano says maybe there's some Hunter's Coke in the water. No, if Hunter's Coke was in the water, he'd be warp speeding. I used warp speed when in reference to Star Wars. Take my Star Wars card. He'd be light speeding all over the place. He'd be on that Corellian. Man, there's some Star Wars jokes. I'm just failing you guys tonight. Hopefully this coffee will kick in and I'll be able to pull it off. But yeah, old Lukey here, man. He's stumbling through it. Let's just finish it up real quick.
My goodness, I have no idea. I had no idea just what went into what is on his plate on a daily basis. So
anyway, let's pause it for a minute. Actually, let's just get rid of it. I would hate. Here's the thing: if I'm ever at the White House press briefing and I've had a few too many, could someone just stop me and be like, "Bro, don't go up there," or let me roll because I might actually be funny. I'll put this up. Michael says he's outer sauce. That was the best joke. Man, I wish I could have just kept that comment silent and used it on my own. Good one, Michael. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, he goes in and he's like, I didn't realize there's so many people involved. All right, so the big joke was online that Luke Skywalker is endorsing the Empire. which sounds hyperbole, yes, but to be honest, we're all thinking it. And I love how he's like, there's so many people involved in this empire. Look at all these, laser operators and TIE fighter pilots, all this great stuff. This empire is doing great, and it's hard to avoid. And I know most people. There's probably a ton of Star Wars fans out there that love Biden, and they're just soaking this up. Like, all my favorite Hollywood stars are for the same political party I am. How convenient, bro. Not. It's normal. And everyone else on the other side who's not a part of the empire, that's like, quote unquote, the rebellion. It's a sad day, but it's not surprising. Quick review. What does Mark Hamill do for a living? He gets paid money to say the lines written for him. What's he doing now? You can tell me he's not getting paid to say the lines that are written for him? Anyway, this is what he does. And that's why all your favorite actors, look, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I love The Mandalorian. I think a lot of these actors who come out on left, and when, like, let's bring up Gina Carano, the big elephant in the Star Wars Disney room. She got kicked because of a non-offensive tweet that just seemed outlandish. And I don't remember any of her castmates coming up being like, yeah, this is a little awful. They all kept silent, like good people, because they get paid to say what's on the paper. And if you start coming off the paper and being like, you know what? I don't know if we should be treating our fellow neighbors and ostracizing them, because if I look here, back in the 40s, they'd, oh, you're fired. You only say what's on the paper. We wrote it, you say it, and don't step out of bounds. That's what actors do. So when all your favorite actors are coming out, just endorsing the party, don't be sad. We all see it. We're all used to it. Think about all the people who are Democrats that loved Ronald Reagan when he was in the pictures, the pictures that they're moving, when they would go see him, be like, I love this Ronald Reagan. He's the best cowboy. And then he comes out as a Republican. They're like, darn Willikers. That's not who I wanted. Well, we're just dealing with that now. I love Marvel. And the only one I think that might politically align somewhere close to me is Chris Pratt. And he's probably one of my favorite characters in the whole Marvel universe. But Mark Ruffalo, I'm pretty sure that guy hates me. He doesn't know me, but I'm sure if he did meet me, if he was watching right now, he might be watching. And Mark, if you're watching, don't hate me, bro. I watch all your stupid political takes. And this has come from somebody who's serious stupid political takes. I've watched all yours online. And it's disheartening. You know what else I can't? And this is the other one that I don't know if Twitter is just really wanting me to see what Stephen King's been up to. That guy won't shut up either. And he just writes books. I don't think he's getting paid. I think he literally drank the Kool-Aid. He's in the sauce too. He drank the Kool-Aid, and he probably hates my guts. And I like Stephen. I like old Stephen King. I like all these people. And I just want to let you know, if you're feeling ostracized from all your favorite actors because they follow a political party and a whole narrative, don't feel bad. They probably don't really believe it. They're just following suit like they should. Because when you criticize the empire blows your planet up like Alderaan. And so all these actors know that if they go, hey, I don't know, maybe maybe this Trump guy might not be so. Oh, there's my resignation note that they're making me sign, or they plan something on your computer or whatever they want to do. It's all for show, guys. And so don't they're all secretly probably thinking what you're thinking. Maybe Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk. He's like, man, that David Lilly Pardonwell guy, he's got it spot on. But if I could just open my mouth, I would. That might not be true. Some of these people probably are dipping into it. Either way, Luke Skywalker comes out, Darkside. We kind of knew. All right, so let's be honest. If we're talking about allegories of Star Wars characters and political things, Luke was never my favorite, except for Return of the Jedi Luke. That Luke was kind of killer. But early Luke, whiny, complains, I don't get what I want. Dude, total Democrat. Totally makes sense. But the older he got, he's all like falling, and it's like, I'm a Jedi master, and release, he saves Han and all that stuff. But to be honest, dude, he complains the whole time. He's just a teenager. He's mad at his dad. Like that is a Democrat. Now, if you want to go hardcore, let's go hardcore Republican. We're going to go neocon. We're probably going to go neo. I would say Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan might be a hardcore neocon. He probably voted for Reagan. He's into the old ways. He's a traditionalist. And we saw the Obi-Wan series came out McGregor, almost said McGregor, Ian. Oh my God, I'm tripping up on his words. Guys, I'm failing you guys tonight. I don't have any of the zingers. Maybe it'll come to me. It's only my second cup of coffee. It hasn't kicked in yet. But yeah, my favorite was always Han Solo. Matter of fact, it was so much my favorite when they, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen any of the stupid sequels, beyond sequels, when they killed him off, I was like, I think I might be done with Star Wars. Han Solo is my favorite. Guess what Han Solo political party is aligned with? Just pay attention. He's a smuggler, hates the Empire, not a fan of the rebellion either. And so he's kind of off on his own. He's like a libertarian or something. He just doesn't care about you. Just wants to be left alone. Doesn't like all these rules. Doesn't like who controls what. Thinks the rebellion and the Empire, they're all the same. They got a uniparty. So if Han Solo was your jam, you can line up with him politically. Now I don't know where Harrison Ford is on the political spectrum because he's done a great job of just staying quiet. I think maybe he's been out there. I don't think I follow him around. You guys let me know what Harrison Ford's been up to. I think he's just being a good actor. He's like, hey, I'm into acting. I'm not super political. Oh, Mark Hamill here, man. Darkside got to him, and he succumbed, which I think he does in the comics anyway. So he's just living up to his comic book character. Anyway, this is a long Star Wars rant. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to have anything on. Anyway, oh yeah, we all know that the Biden regime is the empire. We can complain. The fact that the institutions are aligned, all the media is aligned. If you were a part of the rebellion, Coca-Cola wouldn't be behind you. Bud Light wouldn't be behind you. If all these companies, if CNN was in a galaxy far, far away, I guarantee they'd be like, look at this Alderaan being blown up. Look, think about all the terrorists on Alderaan. They would have been doing that all day long. You know it. And, the Empire, the Emperor, I don't equate to him. Some kind of old, creepy guy in the background paying for everything. I don't know who comes to mind when I say that, but I'm sure somebody does in the political realm. Oh, I think that guy died. Didn't Soros die? I mean, not that guy. Yeah, that guy. And the Emperor, he died too. But then they brought him back. Makes me wonder if we're already into cloning. Either way, life imitates art imitates life. We don't know which is up and down. We know we live in the Empire, and we know Luke Skywalker has turned to the dark side. Moving on.